Yes, guys, welcome to FK.
It's always yes, guys.
Yeah,
it's always yes, guys, with the intro. All right, sorry, go on. No, we'll keep it in.
Hi, guys.
Yes, guys. Welcome to FK Chat. Sorry, go on.
Excuse KC. Guys, we got an amazing guest today, okay? One of the best shooters in the whole of the UK with us today.
Yeah.
2 times he led the EABL in made threes. 1 time he led the BCB in made threes as well, happened to be last year. Came up in the Flyers Academy. Actually spent a year with Red and Rockets Academy as well, which we'll get into. Moved over there for a year. Yeah. Spent a very successful year in the States as well. Made an all-star team there, which we'll get into. Spent some time with the Tunisian national team, and off the back of that, you ended up getting signed for a team in Tunisia, and you played for 2 teams for the season in Tunisia. Came back to the Flyers, guys, and that was when they won the 1D2 and got promoted to the BCB. Very notable team. Giuseppe on that team. Shout out to Giuseppe. Trey was on that team as well.
The Italian stallion.
Around here, even over here in Cardiff, that was a notable team, that team that won the D2 and got promoted.
Ah, they were all right. We only just lost to you guys out here. You guys almost fucking took it out. And we had like 6 guys, and one of the guys barely played for us that season.
Last year, guys, playing in the BCB, made the all-star team as well. Our guest today got a couple of monikers, right, KC? The smoothest jump shot in the South. I coined that one, actually. That one's
trademark that.
Yeah, hopefully that one sticks. Yeah. And I was also called, this is just me and it's a bit long and it's not great, but even when he misses, it looks good as well, because you've seen the way he shoots.
Oh, yeah. We'll put a couple of clips in. Yeah, well, that rotation was crazy. That was blew my mind.
Last thing before we introduce him properly. When he shoots the ball, guys, sometimes there's so much backspin on it, it splashes through the net, and it's like a snooker ball, it pops back up. We saw that a couple of times. Yeah. Unbelievable shooter. Our guest today, guys, Nassim Ladjimi. Nassim, thank you for being here.
My pleasure.
Here we go.
We got guests. We got guests in the background. We got an audience. That's
it. Nassim's partner. Thank you for being here.
Yeah, thank you for being here. Thank you.
Nassim, anything you want to say to start, or do you want to get into it, brother?
Happy to be here, man. I like what you guys are doing. It needs more center focus, people talking about the game.
Yeah. We agree, of course.
Yeah. Nearly 200 subscribers.
Nearly, we're getting there.
Nearly 200, yeah.
Nassim, can we start at the very beginning, please, bro? Will you just talk to us about how you got involved in basketball in the first place?
Sorry, I'm going to jump in here, and I want to go back even further.
Oh.
What's your background? So explain to everybody. You got a name, Nassim Ladjimi.
Ladjimi.
Ladjimi?
Ladjimi.
Ladjimi.
Yeah.
So you fucked up again, as another reason. But what's your background? So were you born in Bristol?
Yeah, born in Bristol. My mum's from Bristol. Or she was also born and grew up in Bristol. Same with my family. And then my dad's side from Tunisia, from Sousse.
Nice. Yeah. Okay. And did your dad play basketball?
Yeah, he did. Not a crazy level, but like he played like junior basketball and probably like what we'd probably say like local league men's, I'm pretty sure.
In Tunisia, like
in Tunisia, yeah. And then when my parents got married, when he moved here, he played at a park in Bristol called St. George's Park, which is not as big now for runs and stuff, but he said back then you go at any time, you're gonna find a game. And yeah, he used to always be playing there.
That's cool. Good level in Bristol as well.
So your dad was that initial push for you to get into basketball, or?
Kind of. I wasn't very sporty growing up. Like I did jiu-jitsu, and that was kind of it. And then in year 5, the Flyers were doing like primary school sessions, and they came to my primary school, and I was so tall. I was miles above taller than everyone as a all the way through primary school.
Sorry, I'm smiling so much. It's funny hard to believe now. You know
I kind of hit him.
How tall are you now? How tall are you right now?
6'2".
Yeah, I'm 6'2" too. We're about the same height. Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
But yeah, it's they came in and I just signed on to. I think my mum signed me onto the club, and I just really enjoyed it from the start. It wasn't an initial love, but like I just enjoyed doing it. And then from there, I got invited to like the Flyers junior sessions, playing under 12 and stuff. then I think like maybe my first year of under 14s, I remember like starting to like really look forward to like training after school and like, find out like, oh, I can't wait for training later on. And I was like, that's the point I remember to really start to fall in
So
love.
Flyers were your first club?
Yeah.
Were they called the Bombers back then, or
No,
am I going back?
I think the Bombers
I'm showing
changed
my
in
age.
2009 maybe.
Right, okay.
But
like
maybe
all
maybe a bit earlier. But yeah, they were the Flyers for a little while, and they were still D1. They were still NAL D1 at the time.
Yeah, they weren't BBL yet.
No. So yeah, it was. What year was it? 2014, 2015 was their first year in the BBL. So I think I'd been at the club maybe a year and a half before them.
Did you used to go watch all those games then when
Not
they went
all of
to
them. I can only remember watching a few, but it was when they went to the BBL, and I think like my teammates and stuff would go and watch and say, you're gonna go and watch.
Yeah.
And suddenly,
You're in
there
it
you
then.
go. And if you go back on like old videos of Flyers, you can see all of us on the baseline, talking trash to the players.
I know those videos. Like, 'cause there used to be loads of kids on the baseline of the games.
yeah.
Yeah.
We remember players used to come and fall and slide down. We'd scream and swear at them and all that stuff. You had to get told to calm down quite a lot, but it was so much fun. And then, like being a spectator, then you get to try those things on the court. Like definitely, that's a big spot.
Being around that level, it does something for your own game. Just seeing it day to day up close.
Yeah.
You said you were 14. You're really looking forward to going to training. Is that when you felt like basketball was your thing?
Yeah, and then I think there was just a couple of things. So like, starting to feel and see progress in games and scoring more and kind of like finding out what winning plays look like. And then also I think it was around that time I got called up to play for Southwest regionals, and I got invited to play up a year early as well for under 13s. I was under 13s, but I got invited to also play up for under 14s as well, and just like that. And then you're kind of in an environment, you're in RDT, which I don't enjoy them. They were like 6 hours. You got 3 2-hour sessions, and you've got like breaks, or maybe an hour and a half. You've got like little half-an-hour breaks in the middle, but like what that did to my body was not enjoyable.
Well, it must have been the right way to do it, because you're a hell of a shooter right now.
Well, it's funny because I broke my leg when I was in year 10. So when I was 14, I think I just turned 14. So I broke my leg, and before that, like I was like a power forward center. I like to shoot. That doesn't mean I could shoot, but I enjoyed shooting, and it was at the time like Steph Curry was kind of on the rise, and it was like all kind of worked out. But then, so I broke my leg, and I was in a cast, and I was in a wheelchair at one point, and in crutches and stuff. But I literally just form shot for like.
Where was the break to?
It was in my tibia. It was like high, just below my knee.
Playing basketball, you did that?
Yeah. I was playing at a local league, a Weber session.
Yeah, Weber. Yeah, Weber.
Took a step, tried to do a spin move, and then someone's knee went into it. And I had Oscar's flatus at the time, and I don't know if that played a part into it, but yeah, it just split down the middle, and and then I came back and literally just form shot for like 3 months straight, because it was about this time I moved to Bristol Metropolitan Academy, and they had a basketball program there. So I went to a different secondary school before, and then I found out about this through one of my teammates, Yusuf, who plays with BCB now, played with All-Star.
Is it Hamid?
Hafid.
Hafid last name. Yeah, he's nice. He's shifty, man.
So it was he was at that school originally. Then me and another guy called Marvin, he's telling us, we get to play basketball every day, before school, after school, at lunchtimes. I was like, God, like this is insane. I was like, begging my mum. I'm like, please. It took ages to convince her. Finally, like we went on a visit around the school, and like she kind of liked it, and managed to move. So
you switched schools in the middle of the school year?
Literally, exactly, like halfway through year 9, like the exact halfway point between.
You must have been keen to pester your mum enough for her to agree to that, bro.
I literally, and bearing in mind, we moved house to go to that first secondary school. Like, so I was.
Oh, really?
Every day. And
got to keep the shorts on as well. All basketball players always keeping the shorts on.
Yeah. I have shorts under everything. I wore shorts under my proms. Like, it's just a part of me. But yeah, like broke my leg just after moving there, and I didn't want to miss out on everyone training and stuff. So I was just. There's like it's like you got 2 main hoops and you got some basketball on the side. So I'm just form shooting. Come back, and I think I just figured out what shooting was needed for me, and just came out and was lights out. And that's kind of just been my role since then.
That's a lot of dedication, though, to be going to training. When you're injured, you must have loved it. Even at that point, bro,
but even just watching, like I'm watching the guys. I'm thinking when I come back, I know he likes to do this move now. I know
you're scouting
now. Yeah,
yeah.
But like just those 2 guys, like Yusuf and Marvin, who I was talking about, like us 3, because we were like the main players in the Met teams, and then we also had Flyers, but we were also like some of the main guys, and we just kind of all pushing each other. It was like a triangle push, and I think we just maximize our opportunities and definitely.
Marvin, I know Yusuf is Hafid, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Marvin's still around? Or
Yeah, Marvin.
playing?
Also, he played the first half of the season, but he's just at a point where
Life gets sometimes
and he's just not really enjoying basketball like he used to, and it's hard for me to accept that because he's been around as long as I can remember playing basketball.
But I noticed there wasn't the standard, the amount of people who stay with basketball, like during their later years, is so low.
Yeah.
That some of the guys who you are like, this guy's like a local league player at best when they were younger, and now they're representing Wales or GB. Yeah, because they stuck with
Sticking
it.
with it. Even at the academies I played at, the ones that made it were the ones that stuck at it, bro. Even at the higher level.
Not always
places.
the standout young players.
Nah, it's
like,
not.
You even see it in now, like a lot of names that I can remember growing up seeing on Hoopsfix and stuff like that. I don't know where they are anymore. Just they don't. Either they don't stick with it, or something else comes up. They find another life path, but
they find another life. But that's a good way of putting it.
It's just the ones that just stick with
I think you're in a very unique. You were in a unique position, and most guys in Bristol are in a unique position because you had access to so many facilities. Whereas that's unusual across the UK, unless you're in London, I guess.
Exactly. When we talk about problems with British basketball stuff and access comes up, like me going to like Bristol Met was that eliminate the access problem because I could go in every morning and shoot or play or whatever, and after school, and then we'd have Flyers as well. So like I'm playing basketball 3 times a day.
Yeah.
And it just made me like it was that, and it's because we had loads of us that wanted to be there every morning. I had people to play against every morning, and you're just getting reps and reps and reps, whether it's game reps, whether it's shooting reps, whether it's whatever, like, and you just playing as much as possible. And when I've been at like camps or when I used to coach kids as well, they always ask me like, what can I do to get better? I mean, just play.
Just play.
It doesn't matter where. Even if you go to the park and play, go to I used to go to my dad still plays, right? So he has a group of guys that he plays with.
Nice.
That I started playing with him when I was like 13. He wanted me to play for the physicality point, and like it worked, and like it was really hard to play with them at first because they're grown men, and now I occasionally play now. more just to play with my dad, but also a lot of them are the same guys that have known me since then, so that consider them friends and
family, isn't it?
Yeah, and but just to play as much as possible is so important. Like,
do you think having access to facilities or playing up was helped you more?
For sure.
Which one?
Which one helped more?
More.
I think the access.
Access?
Yeah. So I've always played up, even at Flyers. Like when I was under 14s, I was also playing with under 16s, and sure, it wasn't as much. Like as
I got you.
Yeah, but that was good for the physicality standpoint, and then you go into under 16s next year, and you're like, oh, well, I've done this already. Like I've seen it already. Like I know what to expect. Sure. But the access part was key. Like like I don't. Even if I know it feels like even if you go to a park and shoot, it's not going to be the same as going to a court and shooting, but it is like it does help.
It can be better sometimes because you haven't got the walls in, so it's more difficult to shoot then.
Yeah.
The access, even if you're not playing much when you're playing up, or even if you're not playing much with your club, you got that access every day in school. You can get better.
Exactly.
So I agree with it. Like access is the main thing I feel.
Yeah.
But I don't think people in this country, the UK, I mean, know how good Bristol is for basketball in general. To be, I think it's under the radar. We know in Cardiff, we look up to the Bristol basketball scene. To be honest. So when did you become guard or point guard? Because you were the free for. You had the injury. You became a good shooter.
4-5 before the injury.
4-5.
It was definitely after I broke my leg and kind of came back a shooter. Kind of went to like being a 4, and like even playing up and still being a 4, but like a stretch 4.
Yeah.
And then to a 3, and then. It was kind of when I went to Reading. It's because, I went to Reading and I was like one of the smallest 3 guys on the team. Like I went to Reading, it was stacked.
Right. Okay.
Stacked team. Loads of GB guys, loads of really talented guys, and it was just a dogfight for me. Like it was just pushed every day. Like no training was ever. I could never coach through training. That just wasn't an option. And they tried to have me playing the point guard there when I'd never played point guard. I'd never even played. I'd played maybe a bit of shooting guard, but not. It wasn't my main role. Yeah. So then to come to that, and now I've got to work on trying to catch up with guard skills and being able to bring the ball up and handle the ball and guard the ball. That, like, not the best defender even till now, but like even back then I wasn't a great defender. So just, you just have to just try, and it was a dogfight.
Who was coaching you when you went to
Alan Keane?
Alan
Keane and Ben Fisher. Ben Fisher's still there. Alan Keane, I want to say, is coaching up in Scotland or maybe Ireland. But honestly, Alan he's a great coach, great basketball mind. But like I used to have nightmares about him. I'm not even gonna lie.
Yeah.
He'd just be on. He'd find a way to be on everyone's case.
Right.
In a good way.
Yeah, I got you.
You know, and making you better. But like, it was not only a dogfight physically, but mentally as well.
Yeah.
So I had him for for EABL.
Got you. You mentioned you had some like high level players there. Any notable names when you went
Sam Grant. He finished at a D2, a good D2,
right?
And now he's playing in Ireland,
right?
Latrell Maitland.
I know that name.
Yeah. Gary Maitland's kids.
Son,
there you go.
Yeah,
he went to the States for a little bit.
Yeah, he went to the States for a bit. Like he was my boy when he was there. Yeah, like
still in touch.
Shout out to Gary and shout out Latrell.
He was at Nottingham this year. I don't know if he's going back.
Oh,
but he was at Nottingham
with the Hoods.
Yeah, with the Hoods.
Oh,
yeah.
Nice. I used to live up there actually. I played for them when they first started.
Okay.
Sorry, go on, bro.
Who else was there? David Chive, who's a GB guard.
Right.
I don't think he plays basketball anymore. Arinze and Asher, they both went to the same D2 school. They were both like Den Camp. Like it was.
So all these guys are going to the States.
Yeah, there was like, I think maybe 6 players that went Den Camp on that team, and we finished second behind Barking Abbey.
Right.
But yeah, like,
did you get a lot of minutes on that team?
Not a lot, but like I would play.
Yeah.
If it was a close game, then probably not.
Okay.
But like, it was just for me. It was the outside of the games was just like.
You learned a lot.
Man, so much, and it just pushed me. Like, and then then you see the recruiting stuff they're bringing in next year, and then I'm like, I don't want to stay out here to play on the second team or to go through that another year.
Yeah.
So I emailed Chris and Andreas about coming back, and
right.
said, of course we'll have you back stuff. And then when I came back, I don't know, like the game slowed down, or it was just like I've learned. I can feel now. I can feel how much better I've gotten, how much I've learned, all kind of within that 1 year span.
Yeah.
And then came back to Bristol, trained with them over the summer, and then went into my last 2 years of EABL there.
So you went away obviously and improved a lot.
Yeah.
And you came back to where you're comfortable as well with these improved skills. So that comfort level probably helped, right?
Definitely.
I want to just go back a tiny bit.
Yeah, of course.
What made you make that move? Maybe you just discussed why with all the talent and the coaches, but that's a big move going from Bristol to Reading at that young age.
Oh yeah. Don't know. So SGS kind of hadn't had a great record the last couple of years since like the Dwayne and Dean and Hamas years.
Yes,
like
I know those people.
They were kind of decent the year after, and then you had Corey Samuels and AJ Edu, like 2 great players, surrounded by guys that they've played with since they were 12. Like that Corey Samuels team were the same team from like under 12s to under 18s, and then EABL as well. So like you've got chemistry.
Really. Yeah.
And then I don't know. I saw that year, like kind of like who was going to be there, and obviously 2 of my friends, Yusuf and Marvin, who I talked about, I met. Like we'd all kind of talked about being there and stuff, like playing together. But then this opportunity came up for Reading. I went there for a training session, and they were like, "Yeah, like we'd love to have you here. This is that." It's like, okay, like I've got options, and I thought about it loads. I talked about it with loads of different people, and then in the end, I just felt like that was a better push for me. Like, and maybe I could have statistically and playing wise, I could have had more in my first year, but I feel I would, if I could go back, I'd do it again. Because of the improvements and because of how much I got better, I would 100% go and do it again.
What did your parents think about that at the time?
It's the same with moving school, isn't it? It's just like I think after moving school, I think my mum had more trust in my decisions. Because she saw how happy I was at that school. Because it was not even just the basketball side of things. Just being at that school, like I had like so many friends there, and I enjoyed the environment, and I had great relationships with the teachers, and I felt more comfortable there, I felt more in my own skin there. So I think she kind of trusted my decisions more on that.
You're moving away though, right, bro? Or no, you lived in Reading, I'm assuming.
Yeah. I moved to Reading.
That was okay, as she trusted you at this point.
Yeah. I mean, they had a team house. There was like 12 of us in there,
That's
2
class.
coaches. Yeah, and it was
How old are you at this age?
16.
Fuck that.
Yeah, like just
I'm not letting my kid move away.
That must be a great experience.
Yeah, and then you kind of get the independent. You learn the independent side. You learn what you need to get from shopping trips, and see, I'm not driving.
You grew up.
Car. Yeah. Going on the bus.
Hang on a second. What do you mean you know what to get in shopping trip? You can cook? Can he cook? His girlfriend's off camera.
Can he say no?
Nah, that guy's lying.
Does he cook at times?
Okay. So
That's
like,
because she's really good at cooking. But us as men,
that's so
us as
sexist.
men,
I'm sorry about that.
us as
Yeah.
men, we know what we need to survive.
Yes, I agree.
It doesn't need to
We're
be
simple, bro.
It doesn't need to be a bougie meal.
No.
It can be
So what? Ketchup sandwiches and pot noodle. Yeah. Yeah.
Especially at 16, you can run on anything at 16,
To be fair,
bro.
I don't think I had one meal like I don't think I had a pot noodle that whole time.
Okay, that's good.
What?
You know, I made pasta and like
Nice.
bolognese with like peppers and stuff. I had steak and made chicken. Like I didn't eat like a student. I didn't have the pot noodles. I didn't have the microwave meals like I did.
You living with the coaches too? You said.
Yeah, we got one coach on my floor and then one coach on the floor below us. And then the lower floor is mostly third years.
Got you.
They're kind of like you don't really need to keep an eye on them.
Right. So they not keeping an eye on what you're eating, but are they letting you know? Yeah.
I remember some people got in trouble for they saw pizza boxes in the bins, and obviously this is an academy where they're trying to build us good habits. You know, they're asking us, you know, are you drinking enough? You know, making sure we're drinking enough water. Are we putting the right things in our body when we're eating? So even after a game, like, you know, it's Saturday night, you've come back from a game, you just want something easy, and then you can do whatever. Even that was like a bit risky. Like
I had fried chicken last night for everyone who was asking.
Well, a couple of times we had to go put the pizza boxes in a different, or like chicken boxes in a different, and go put it in a different bit.
So you figured out a way around the system a little bit.
You know, you're 16, 17.
Yeah.
You want to, you're not going to have.
No, you're not going to be perfect every time.
No, of course not.
Your mother and father as well must have seen during this move to Met and everything else the development as a person as well. I'm sure, you know, you grew up with it. You must have been super focused, and they must have seen all this, right?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, I live with my mum, but you know, like I see my dad quite often. But it's just like my dad would say, you know, like, you know, how's it been? Like, what you been up to? Training in school. But then he'd come and watch games. And, you know, my mum's seeing I think just the overall happiness. Like I might be a lot more tired than I was before, but like I'm enjoying that process.
You're busy, but you're happy.
Yeah, definitely. I'm busy doing what I love. Like, definitely.
Do your parents still come along to some basketball?
Yeah. Both my parents were at most of the games this year, and my missus, like, probably the only couple people in you know, we didn't get a lot of people coming to watch our games. There was a lot of times where it would just be like people coming to, you know, support me. I understand.
We gotta get to a game next year, bro. This year.
Nah, fuck the Flyers, man. I'm gonna edit that out. I love you, Owen. I got a lot of time for Owen. I got a lot of time for everybody in Bristol.
Keep us in the loop, but we're gonna get down to a game this season to support you mainly, but also the team. You know, and it seems like the unofficial favourite player of the FK chat at this point after that weekend.
I know it's Giuseppe. Giuseppe first.
Yeah, okay, fine.
Giuseppe.
Not mad at that. I'm
a
a big fan of the Landolfis.
Yeah.
I like.
Well, it's nothing to do with basketball with Giuseppe, although he's a baller. He's just
good guy.
Yeah, he's a good guy. He played the season for us when we really needed him.
Yeah.
When he was on that same team with me. That
won the league.
Yeah.
The same academy team back then.
Yeah, let's talk about that under-18 team. So you came back from Reading. You did a season there.
Yeah.
You spoke to Andreas.
Yeah.
Came back. Jumped straight into the academy.
Man, they just jumped back into academy, under-18s, and D2.
Right.
So like it was just chucked straight in the deep end, and I was, you know, that's how I wanted it to be. You know, I was actually chasing Chris, like, will I be on the D2 training? Will I be training with D2? Yeah, you know, you'll be there. Blah blah blah. Perfect.
You got a lot of minutes for the academy team at this point when you came back.
And they were in Prem, I believe, because I ref a couple of games.
Under-18 Prem we were, and the EABL. I mean, I've got a lot of good minutes in both of that. And
you led the EABL those last 2 years. You made threes. You got to be getting some minutes.
Yeah, I remember like my first game, like came off the bench, like still just finding my foot in, you know, getting used to being back in the Flyers jersey. And then the second game we played the Birmingham EABL team, and I think I had 7 threes, and you know, like
you can believe it.
Yeah, and I had like a top 10 player of the week on Hootsfix. Nice. I was like, okay, you know, I feel good now.
Yeah,
my feet are planted.
So what I'm hearing is, whoever your coach was, he had a big impact on you then. Like, who was your coach at the time?
From one of the teams.
Yian and Chris.
Oh, so it was a Welsh coach there. So, shout out Wales.
Casey's just trying to gas up Yian because Yian used to coach.
Yian's my boy. I love Yian. I love Yian.
Love me. Love me. Love me.
I love Yian, for sure.
He's a spicy fucker, but I love Yian.
I'm sure you experienced that when he was during the games.
What I liked about Yian was he'd do a quote of the day before practice.
Yes, he did.
Yeah, and it's just very like organized and meaningful, and like you get a lot of coaches that won't do that extra step.
Yeah,
and I always really respected that. Like, I remember he had this like kind of notebook like yours, like full or quotes or notes. Well, I'm not sure what was in it, but I know that like if he felt like he saw something that had some knowledge in it, like he would. But me and Yian also got along on shoes front. Like he's a big sneakerhead. Nice. I don't know so much anymore, but he showed me his Jordan collection, and I'm like, oh God, like, I need to get mine like that.
Like whatever, like I got a nice pair on right now, but like, I got kids now, so
you've lost me with the shoe talk. Like look at the scene. You guys lost me completely.
Ben's actually wearing some Crocs.
What are those?
So
at least I got shoes on. Some of the podcasts I don't even have shoes. The seam's coming today, so I made an effort.
Yeah, there we go. All right, fair enough. But yeah, sorry, go on.
So you led the EABL for about 2 years, made threes, and then directly from your last year of EABL, is that when you went to the States?
Yeah,
Ohio.
So I was in. Basically, it was the COVID year,
right?
So recruitment was at like an all-time low, especially internationally. I'm emailing like 50 coaches a night, like just my highlights, my stats, just trying. And I had a couple close. I remember I had like a Zoom call at like 3 a.m. with a coach from Portland for a JUCO.
Respect.
And I'm like, and it was going really well. And it's like, like I really want you here, blah blah blah. But then just couldn't get the funding to bring me there. And I was like, I kind of gave up. Not gave up, but like I was like, I don't think it's gonna happen.
Right.
I need to want to do it next. So I had a place at Manchester Met University.
Right. Okay.
And I was going to go and play basketball there. Maybe see if I can get involved with the SLB and just see where that went from there. And then just last minute, a coach from the prep school in Ohio I went to message, said like, we really like your film. Are you like available to chat a bit more? Kind of gave all the details and stuff like that. Talked about their schedule and what their facilities are like. And then I committed to that. I don't know if you can call it commitment because it's to a high school, but said I was going there, and and then I flew out, and right at the end of August,
right,
and just got straight in. Like I remember we had conditioning the day after. I got there at like 11 p.m. It's just a new place, and you get that like feeling. Like I'm not really a homesick person or anything like that, but like that first night,
I know the feeling, bro. Yeah,
I can remember feeling like really like this is really uncomfortable.
Yeah,
my roommate was. They were getting food or something, I don't know, but like we're it's bunk beds and like oh my God, like
that's an emotional one. That first night, bro. I go on holiday. I feel like that sometimes. I get it, bro. You know what I mean? So
but then the first day we got into conditioning, and then I stayed. I was like stayed and got some reps up after. You kind of just go and get a feel for the place, like, and then made myself quite comfortable.
You living on campus?
Yeah. Or like literally a 5-minute walk to the classes and to the court.
Were there many non-basketball students at the school?
Non-basketball, yeah, but I didn't really interact with them because I was a bit older than a lot of them, especially like the ones in my class. Because like high school, so you finish at 18. But classes are mixed age. Oh. It just depends on what classes you want to take.
Ah, okay.
So I remember for my sociology class, there was loads of like 16 and 15-year-olds. I just sit at a desk. I've got a couple of my teammates right next to like around me.
Because you're 18, going to be turning 19.
Yeah, exactly that. Yeah. No, sorry, I was 19, going to be turning 20.
Okay.
It was like because it was a prep school. It's basically like an extra year.
Of course, you did 3 years EABL, isn't it? So you finished under 19 college, and then you got you.
But I wasn't the only one kind of that age because there was quite a few international students there. There was some from France, from Netherlands, from Australia. Like it was just like Spain. There was like quite a mix of people.
High level over there in your school, high level basketball.
It was not as high level as I thought it was going to be. But it was at a decent level.
Right.
And then, did you get minutes?
Yeah.
You made the All-Star team and you played in the States.
I had that was probably statistically my best individual season.
Oh, okay.
Like, I'm not going to lie, I just don't think they really played defense that well there.
Okay.
Here, you make a couple of threes and then people adjust. They didn't really adjust. Like, in like that first half of the year, we had one coach who he wasn't. I think it was his first head coaching role.
Right.
I think he just hadn't quite got the hang of it yet.
Right.
We weren't doing so well. Like we had individually, I was having some great games.
Yeah.
But we lost like our first 6 games of the season.
You played against decent level teams.
Yeah, decent level, and we had like a lot of tournaments and what they call jamborees. So we played this thing called a JUCO jamboree, where it's basically like a JUCO tournament.
Right.
But obviously, we're not a JUCO team, and in JUCO, we played against a guy that was like my age now. Yeah. Like if I was to play against the people I played against now, like of course, like it's
playing against men.
Yeah. But then again, like individually, like I'm having great games, I'm getting good film, and that's kind of the main thing. And then we just had like loads of different tournaments, across the state. Like we had a tournament in in Massachusetts, in Boston.
Right.
Shout out Boston.
I like Boston. Boston's a nice city.
Boston Celtics fan.
Are you a Celtics fan?
Since the 80s, baby.
Happy with Jaylen Brown?
I like this little detail.
We're going to have our own podcast on that one because
feelings.
Listen, I might have to cut
We'll
this
go back
out.
to this.
Yeah.
We might have to cut this out because we're going to save this for the
come back.
podcast.
No.
But
Okay, so I don't know where we are right now.
sorry, we shouldn't have gone on to the Celtics.
I do.
Start talking about Jaylen Brown, and then we start talking about like NBA and sorry, go on. Anyway, let's reset. Right, there we go. Here's a clap.
Back in Cleveland.
Yes.
So I come home for Christmas break. Like managed to, there's like a good 3 weeks off. So come home, I get to see some friends, see some family, and just needed to come and decompress after like obviously I'm having a good season myself, but it's not.
You're losing games. It's still tough.
Losing games,
yeah.
It's not fun. The morale's not there.
Mm-hmm.
So we come back, and then we're like, we've let go of your last coach. You're gonna get a new one. So it's a Serbian guy. He's had some experience. Out in Serbia. He's just trying to look to get that step in America. And he came. He's a nutcase, but unbelievably smart IQ level for basketball. Great guy off the court. We built a really great relationship. One where he can scream, swear, shout at me, all of this stuff. But I'm not taking it to heart. I'm listening.
Got you.
And I think he saw something in me that kind of separated that. And again, we finished the season. We finished the second half of the season. We don't win a huge amount of games, but we're better.
Yeah,
guys are getting better. And then I made that. We played a prep nationals tournament where I made the All-Star team in there, and I led the league. I led that tournament in scoring.
Got you.
And he was great. And then so season's done, and loads of people go home. I stay for another month and a half.
Nice.
And I just trained with him.
The coach.
Yeah.
That's
so
class.
Originally, he's a skills development coach.
Right.
So it's not necessarily a head coach, but he's a skills development.
Right.
Working on loads of stuff. And another player that stayed with me during that time was a guy called, I can't say his last name, but he goes by Mongolian Mike.
Right.
And he was at Daytona, I think, but now he's at another D1, and he's had loads of NBA training, like where they go and train and they see how you look for the draft.
Yeah.
Summer league. I think like 10 different teams he's trained with. Like just see on his
this
story.
summer.
Yeah, this summer.
Oh, that's so cool.
So he's like a 6'8" point guard, super lanky, but
Right.
a little bit like LaMelo, like great passer,
Right.
can still shoot, can finish, can get to the rim, athletic. But it's me and him working out with Coach Victor, his name, and like I just get better and better,
Right.
and I really I get lighter on my feet, like I drop a lot of weight, like probably in the best shape, and now Coach Vic, he's coaching the Lebanese national team and coaching in Lebanon, and he's been involved in loads of national team stuff, but.
Right now he's coaching.
Yeah.
They got good basketball in Lebanon, They really do.
Yeah.
What are you telling me for? I know this shit.
Okay.
Arab nations crazy about basketball,
Yeah,
bro.
I went to camp.
They're like how they play basketball is like how the Greeks play basketball. Hell of aggressive.
Aggressive and hot,
Yeah.
So that coach, he's doing all this work with you two, knowing that you two are leaving anyway.
Yeah.
You're done regardless, and he just wants to get you better at basketball.
Yeah. Like there's a good chance, like with a lot of these situations, that we may never see each other in
Yeah,
person again.
yeah.
But we're still connected, and
We're still connected.
talking again. Occasionally, I'll send him like he always talked about outlet passes.
Right.
You get the inbound, you want to look up, you take
Yeah.
one dribble and you fling it. And I've had a couple of them. Send it straight to him.
That's class.
Remember,
I love that. I know he loves that as well.
Yeah. And we spoke actually last summer because he was coaching for a team, and he was asking about players that have played in SLB and like how what their level is actually like.
Got you.
And I gave him the best advice I could.
Yeah.
I'm not. I'm also not up to date with SLB as
Got
much as
you.
I used to be, so I just helped where I could. But great guy. No, I remember the last game of the season. So I'm having a good game and stuff. But I've got 3 fouls at this point. I get an offensive foul trying to get open, whatever, and then I get another one, and it felt a little bit fishy to me. But I'm fuming. I've just balled out. We could just finish the season on a win, and be done. And I'm in the changing room, I'm pretty much crying.
Yeah.
He's like, you lost us the game. He's gripping my teeth, telling me, you lost the game. And I'm like, I'm looking him in the eye, but like, I'm just remove his hands from me. Like I'm hearing you, but like I'm so emotional and mad right now that like, get your hands off me.
Yeah.
But you know, like we hug it out after, and it was just that's like the perfect thing. Like I don't mind being screamed, sworn, shouted at, like all of that. I don't mind that, but you can't do that to me if we haven't built that trust.
Yeah, I got you.
Know what I mean, and I feel like that's the same with a lot of players. Like some players get that and shut down.
Yeah.
And then play even worse because they're nervous. You're nervous about making mistakes. And I've been there. I was like that at Reading. Like, you know, like I'm so worried about messing up that I mess up even more.
Of course.
So it's fun and it's fun in that balance.
You've got to be able to be free on the court, you know.
For sure.
But it, like you were talking about though, there is that kinship with basketball. You're still connected to that guy. You may never see him again. You've still got that connection. Basketball bonds people a lot in that way, you know. And that moment you just described then, that's going to bond you for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
I think.
You come back to Filton now for a couple of years, but what were you thinking when your time in the States is over? Where was you thinking you were going to go?
I wanted to stay. I wanted to go to college. You know, again, kind of similar to the year before. Loads of conversations, loads of, you know, like I think that, you know, like I think this is going to be where I'm going to go, or like, you know, the conversations are leading towards that way. And then just the financial side of, and they're coming now, it's the year after COVID where everyone's still now building up. They've lost money from ticket sales and, you know, they're not getting as much grant and as much whatever scholarship money. And so I kind of was like, okay, well, it's not going to happen. Fine.
Can you, and I know it's very important, this is a crucial point now, but can you talk about the financials? What were the financials?
So like, you know how here you get SFE, like student finance at university?
Yeah.
If you're an international student, I think it's the same here. You don't get that.
Right.
So I could, you know, even if I go as like a walk-on, non-scholarship, a D2, let's say, like, you know, I felt like I could have played D2 level.
For sure.
You know,
for sure.
Or even NIA. I didn't care at what level. I just wanted to do it. Even, but I couldn't apply for that. And obviously, American tuition fees are insanely expensive. Like what we'd pay for our 3 years here, that's a 1 year. Like it's like,
so it's like 40, 50,000 just to give it.
I think 60 was the. I think 60.
And that's what you were liable for if you stayed.
Yeah. And so if I went to a college, if I enrolled in a college, I'd be expected to pay that 60.
You have that debt in it because you hear about it so much in the States of the student loan debt and how it's triples them all. So
yeah.
Shit. But and who was funding you when you were actually out there? Was it the family?
It was when I went and played in high school. It was a half scholarship.
Right.
Okay. And what was that like? Sorry, because I know there's a few guys who are interested in that.
It was a couple grand, and I think, but mainly for the housing part of things.
Right.
So maybe 10, 15,000 for the season?
No, I think less. I think it was normally about that or more for, you know, for a lot of the other guys there that weren't on any form of scholarship.
Right.
I think mine was wiggled down to like maybe 5 grand.
Okay.
And then your parents are supporting you whilst over there?
It was my grandma. She helped out. And
shout out to grandma.
Shout out grandma. She helped fund that, and then that mainly just covered the living costs.
Yeah.
Were you able to work out there? Or?
No, you can't. Not on a student
visa.
visa.
Everything was pocket money from back home.
I hate asking my parents for money, like especially at that age where like I'd worked before that point, I've had a job before that.
Was your dad like the typical immigrant dad, like my mum is?
You want some money? Get off your ass and get a job.
My dad were, which is like, why the fuck am I giving you money?
No, actually quite the opposite.
Or send you £1. This will last you a week now. Yeah.
Nah, especially because it was Ramadan out there as well. Like he was very like, you know, make sure you if you need to order food, because the food at the school is terrible. Like it's high school food.
Yeah.
Some of it was okay, most of it wasn't.
Got you.
But like especially during and especially in Ramadan when I've got to eat late, you know, I'd maybe take a takeaway box.
Yeah.
And they weren't really good about it, to be fair, for the area it was in, which was very like pro-Trump and pro.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, very like.
American people in general are the nicest people in the world.
They are.
They are, honestly. It's just, I don't know. It's the politics, which we won't get into on this pod, but like it's very different. But like person to person, you couldn't ask for nicer people.
Yeah, you're right. Person to
so friendly, so welcoming. It's unreal.
Even though the teachers and stuff were really cool about me missing classes because I just was too tired. Like you know, like especially the hours, the iftar and sahur hours were different there. So like, you know, I'm breaking fast at like 9, 10 o'clock. And then
I remember that.
You know what I'm saying? And then, you know, I'm waking up to eat again.
Yeah.
At like what? It wasn't a very long window. It
was like 2, 3 in the morning. Yeah.
And I'm tired, like, you know, and then I'm training there, and I'm training like 2 maybe 3 sessions. I'm probably training twice and lifting once.
Stop it.
Shout out my boy Mod.
You're killing me with the inside jokes when we got guests. I'm going to have to lay the law down at some point.
Listen, our 177 subscribers, liked my inside shit jokes, And of those 177, probably 30 will watch this. So
we're going to get 2 more today anyway.
We need those subscribers. You got big families? Make sure they all subscribe, I think I've got a couple YouTube accounts. Double it up. We need to get to 1,000 to monetize this thing,
Is there anything else you want to talk about from the Bristol Met days? That sounds class.
Just how, normally when you talk about playing schools basketball, it's not that.
In this country, it's not that.
That was the 2 most fun years I've ever had playing basketball to this day. Like,
you're
nothing
right.
like it.
Sorry, bro. I didn't mean to cut you off. You're right what you said about schools basketball is not normally like that. But all the names you just mentioned, that's not the norm, is it? That's all.
No. And I know what it takes is like, you can play for your school team and try and carry them, like however you can. But you're going to reach a level where you're going to, like, against a team like us where we've got a few guys that are club, national league level, then you kind of.
I think that's an important point as well, because I think some teams rely on that one superstar, right? And that will take you only so far if you haven't got the correct players around them, right? So people who play,
no different than
no different, absolutely. So it's like having a deep bench, having
shooters around them,
shooters around them. Also the rebounders, the guys who are going to come in and be scrappy, right? And get those 50-50 plays. And I think the issue that a lot of, and again, talking from the Welsh team, but also because we see a lot of the National League stuff at junior level, you'll have one guy who stand out and you double team them, and you might not stop them completely because they're that good. You'll limit their points, but then the other guys are screwing up. And then the frustration gets in. And that's why you kind of got to build your team out with guys who can do certain, different things on the court and stuff. And it sounds like you really have that.
And what I love about basketball is that whole theory there, it translates to every single level.
That's why KC knows his shit. You guys out there saying I don't do any research.
Even like you say, even in the NBA, you can change a game by coming in and being physical with someone. But games can change on that.
When you talk about things like that, I always think about Kevin Durant when he was on Brooklyn when they played the Bucks. And he is balling out. It's my favorite version of Kevin Durant I've ever seen.
The Foot Line version.
Yeah, the Foot Line version. Like, unbelievable. I'll go back and watch his highlights that series a lot, but it was just him. And he said, "We're just gonna let you do whatever."
Because everyone else was getting injured as they're going for the playoffs. Like Kyrie and Harden and all that.
And Steve Nash was obviously a great coach.
Even Blake Griffin was breaking down on that team.
He played mad, didn't he, in that game? He was shooting threes. I couldn't believe it.
We had Jeff Green.
He's still playing. He'll be playing again this year. Probably have a contract again.
Where's Jeff Green playing? Are we talking about Jeff Green from Celtics?
Yeah, from the Celtics back in the day.
I remember he had heart surgery.
He got drafted by the Thunder, didn't he?
Yeah, him and KD were in the same draft class. They got drafted together. But
man, I can't believe he's still playing because any team that he's on ain't winning shit.
He was Seattle first, actually.
Yeah, it was Seattle. They played Seattle.
They played against Seattle. Yeah, crazy.
Yeah, any team that he's on, like, and people were saying to me, he's going to get this, he's going to do this. I said, listen, any team that Jeff Green's on is not winning a chip. And that's translated.
Wasn't he on the Nuggets when they won?
Nah, he didn't win a chip with the Nuggets.
Oh, my chest. I can't breathe. Oh, shit, my chest is...
He was on the Nuggets though at one point.
He might be like Jeremy Sohan, right? Where he was like on Spurs and then he went over and stuff.
The thing is, I disagree with you about Jeff Green. I think he's a great role player.
Yeah, for sure.
Like, he's athletic, he's experienced, but he's also can shoot.
There's some kind of Celtics thing going on with why you don't like Jeff Green.
Was it because he wasn't good on the Celtics?
No, I thought he was good on the Celtics. I liked him when he was on the Celtics. I think he's a great player, but any team he's on, he's just got that aura of no chip.
Daddy, chill.
It's as simple as that. And when it comes down to it, me and Ben always argue about this, right? And I would love, this is totally going off topic again, as Casey does. What is the whole point of playing basketball? Is to win, right? When you're playing at a decent level and getting a chip. If you don't get a chip, you ain't shit.
Yeah, okay, let me speak then now. Because I'm not saying the point isn't to win this team. What I was saying is, like, my favourite player of all time is Chris Paul. What I'm saying is, he's not a failure. He's not a failure because he didn't win a title. But he's saying... You didn't win the chip.
He's great, but he failed.
I do get both points. Like, obviously, like you said, it is the aim to win. Yet Chris Paul is a legendary
Winning player.
And I think, you know, people talk about Chris Paul being this and Chris Paul being that in practices, but he's just a demanding leader. Michael Jordan did it.
Yeah.
And they hated it at the time, but they look back and think, I'm thankful he did that because we won 6. Like,
and people didn't like Kobe at the time either, did they? I know
No.
Chris Paul hasn't won like any of these guys, but he had a terrible reputation for a long time.
Yeah, because he was a winner. He won some championships. I still, like, I totally disagree with you guys.
Jeff Green is catching strays here.
I can still say beautiful basketball player, yeah? Great basketball player. Hall of Famer basketball player. Still didn't win a chip. So he failed.
He failed at the goal of winning a chip.
Right, because he's retired now. You can't say it until they retire. Maybe Jeff Green wins the chip this year. I'll take it back.
Second one, yeah, after the Denver title.
No, he didn't win it with Denver. But I'm just saying, maybe he did. I don't know. I'm just trying to wind you up as much as possible. But I'm just saying, look, if you're in the NBA, you're in the BCB, you're in SLB, whatever, and you don't win a chip and your career's done, okay, you're a great player. No doubt, you're a great player. But you failed at your goal, right?
Yeah, if your goal was to win the title, you failed at achieving that goal.
No, not if your goal was. That's the difference. Your goal is. It's not if. Is.
Okay.
To win a title.
You are quite literally paid to be a piece, whatever rock side that piece has got.
Why am I spending my time and effort to recruit players, pay you, sort out all of the shit that I have to deal with you off court, and then you don't win me a chip? Oh, great season. Oh, you're a Hall of Famer. We won nothing.
We did win the title one year. But
I'm not talking about you. I'm just saying in general.
But okay, you can fail at that goal. Doesn't make you a failure. That's all I was saying. You know?
You're both wrong. But anyway. The two most experienced players in this fucking podcast,
I didn't say I disagree with you.
No,
okay. So two of us, against one.
Agrees with both of us on that.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm getting a bit heated here because that AC is not giving me enough energy yet.